Hi, welcome to Simple Marketing Academy. This is where entrepreneurs and small business owners who didn't grow up with the internet come to learn simple marketing strategies, techniques, tips, and information in order to help them reach more customers and grow their business and their revenue. My name is Jill and I am your host. And today we're going to be talking about a simple marketing strategy for a small business. The key here to me is to make it very, very simple and be able to execute in about a half an hour a day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jill Fox and I'm the owner of Fox Social Media. My company has been helping businesses and brands to both market and grow online for about 10 years now. Today, we're talking about a simple marketing strategy. And basically, your marketing strategy is the plan, the overall plan you create to market your business, to get the word out to people, to attract people to your business, to bring them into your business, to reach those ideal clients and customers. The most important thing I think to keep in mind before we get started is that we've all only got so many hours in the day. You can literally go down a rabbit hole following someone online or digging deeper into more and more and more information. And basically, a lot of times all it does is confuse you. It takes up more of your time and it doesn't help you that much more. So the key is, how can I best use my 30 minutes of marketing time every single weekday? So the first thing we want to talk about is your website or your home base. Again, nothing expensive, nothing that's complicated. We're talking about something, it can be as simple as just a landing page, one page on your website, which is strictly you're buying your URL, you're buying your name. In other words, I have foxsocialmedia.com and I could have just one page. And on that page, you're going to need things like, obviously, your name of your company, your phone number, if applicable, your email address, your any links to your social media that you might have. You're going to need to have your information about what you sell and who your customer is. So you want to say, here, my product is to help these people to do this particular thing to get these results. So when I talk about Simple Marketing Academy, for example, I'm going to say Simple Marketing Academy is a place for entrepreneurs and very small business owners who didn't grow up with the internet to come to learn simple and cost-effective marketing strategies so that they can reach more of their ideal clients, make more sales, and increase their revenue. So you kind of can see how that's all going to work together. So that's number one. That's what you need first. And again, nothing that's costly and nothing that is going to be complicated. The second thing, number two, is going to be social media. And again, we are not complicating this. You're going to take a look at where your ideal clients and customers are online, and then you're going to pick one or two of those sites to get started with. So for the most part, for most of you, I'm going to recommend Facebook. Facebook has the largest adult audience in the world, and Facebook is pretty easy to use. It is also, Facebook ads are very, very, they work well, and they're very inexpensive. They're literally dirt cheap. In most instances, as of this recording, and we'll see, you're getting clicks for less than $1 each. So it's super affordable. So the other places that you can consider are Instagram. If your business is very visual, so you're an artist, you are a clothing designer, you're a restaurant that has events, anything where you can share lots of images of your products, your people, your services, whatever it is, and really help people get to know you online. So that's another platform that's really great. It trends a tiny bit younger than Facebook. That being said, more and more people I'm 58, so in my age group are on there. So that's another good one. Another amazing platform, if you are B2B, meaning if your business sells to other businesses, you absolutely need to be on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is just literally the best platform for B2B, hands down, no contest. So LinkedIn right now is very user-friendly in that you can get videos to show if you create a simple video and you natively upload it, meaning you upload it straight to LinkedIn. They're trying to compete with the Facebooks and the YouTubes of the world. So they give you a little extra boost when you're getting started and show your video to more people than they're going to show an image post to. So that's a really great way to get started. It's also a great way to connect to potential clients and customers. Now, there are other platforms like Pinterest. There are others like Twitter. Right now, Twitter is what I call a cesspool of absolute lies, fake news. It's got an agenda and a dangerous and destructive agenda. And you see a lot of hate and negativity and bullying on Twitter. So I don't think that's a positive environment for a business. Unless you're a celebrity or you're an athlete or you're the local fire department. I mean, Twitter serves an amazing purpose, but they're more concerned with their political agenda than they are with operating a platform to help everyone. So I highly discourage people from going on Twitter. It's also the hardest to monetize. The next thing you want to talk about is your content. So your content is anything written or audio or video or graphs, images, anything like that you can share out there with your ideal clients and customers. So when you look at content, you're going to say, okay, I can write a blog post. I can create a video. I can have a podcast. I can post some images with some small captions at first to get started. Again, we're not making this complicated and we're taking it one step at a time. So it's really important to share content that's either helpful, answers a question, is entertaining, is funny, is educational. It serves a purpose for your ideal clients and customers. So there are easy ways to come up with content ideas. And one of the best ways is to think about what are the top 10 questions that my clients or customers ask me most often. What do people ask me about my business most often? Or what do people want me to solve? What do they ask me for help with? And that will give you ideas on content. You can get some topics, do a little research, share your knowledge and information online and on social media. And that is a really great way to get started with your content. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about are ads. Don't get freaked out because the way I teach this is going to be the most simple process you've ever seen in your life. And you'll see like experts say, oh, that's too simple. You need to do this and this and this and this. Well, yes, you can get a tiny bit better results if you do 100 other things and spend all this time learning. And then as soon as you learn it, Facebook's going to change it because that's what they love to do. So there's certain things we just need to do. And there are certain things that work well, and I can show you those. It's really easy. But one thing to remember is that Facebook has the most amazing AI. So their machine learning is so good that if you put an ad up and you let it run for 7 to 10 days, Facebook is going to figure out the demographics and the targeting far better than you ever could. So that really helps people that are new and are concerned that they may not have this right. There's also a method you've got to go through on your ads. You've got to walk customers down the journey, the buying journey. So you can't get out there and go, in most cases, there's always exceptions, but in most cases, you can't get out there and go, hey, buy my product, Joe Schmo over there who's never heard of me. they're not interested. They're not going to listen to you. They don't know you. They don't trust you. They don't know if you're talking to them. There's no part of that is going to work in most cases. So you've got to start by making people aware of you and your business. You have to let them know how you can help them, why you're passionate about helping them, what results you can get for them, how this is going to solve a problem they have, what problem it solves. So there's a lot of that information that you've got to do first before you're saying, hey, buy this from me. It doesn't have to be 100 steps, but you do need people to get to know you. And the best way is creating a very short video that talks about the problems. It specifically talks to your ideal clients and customers and tells them how you can help them solve a specific problem that they have. Now, ads is a whole big thing. We'll get into more detail later in other videos, but the thing with ads is that, again, you can start with a budget of $5 a day on Facebook and be effective after a while. Now, when you hear people say, oh, it doesn't work, it's because they will throw an ad up there. They probably haven't set it up right or chosen the right demographics. And usually they're just saying, here's a picture of my product, buy it, it's half price. Nobody cares. They don't know what it is. They don't know who you are. They don't trust you. They don't know if it works. So there's so many other things that go into this. And then typically when they don't have success, they go, Facebook ads don't work. And that's not the case. I have had massive success with my Fox social media clients using Facebook ads. It is a long-term strategy. It's not a, let me run one, and if it doesn't work, I'm going to stop today, because that's not good enough. You have to have a long-term strategy. But if you do it properly and you walk people through the customer journey, through that buying journey of getting to know, like, trust you, and realize, hey, I think this person can help me solve my problem. I want to buy from them. Or help me with this need of something I really, really want. I think they can help me get that. That's where you become successful, is when you start to walk people down that journey. You can't just try to shove them to the end of the journey and say, buy from me. It does take some time. The next thing I want to talk about is email marketing. And email marketing is extremely valuable. Again, it has to be done right, but we don't have to make this complicated. I can teach you email marketing on a platform that is literally free until you have about, it was 1,500 or 2,000 users, or email addresses rather. So until you have a mailing list of 2,000 people, this platform's free. And I can show you how to use that as well to get started. Again, this does not have to be anything complicated. We're going to talk a little bit about down the road about how you get people on your email list. How do you get them to sign up? And then what do you send them? None of that has to be complicated. We can simplify all of this and make it an easy process. And it can be fun. It's fun if you have a passion for what you're doing, your product or your service. And it's fun when you start to get results. And it's fun that you get to help people. I think that's so important when you have a business. Now, the last thing we're going to talk about as part of the strategy is analytics. And analytics are strictly information that's gathered about your content, your your visitors, people who buy from you, all of those things. And there's analytics on the social media platforms, and there's also Google Analytics, a totally for free platform. Now, Google Analytics can be very complicated, but the bottom line is that with all of the privacy settings and the the lessening of the information that they are able to collect directly from people, analytics becomes an overall trend. You're not going to get the exact data here's the hard exact data that I'm going to collect, and I know every single thing about everyone that comes to my website. It's not going to happen, and it's going to get harder to do in the future. That being said, the good news is that you are going to look at the trends. You're going to look at the big picture. What do most people like? Where are most of your customers coming from? What post is doing the best? Those kind of things. So we're going to make it incredibly simple you're still going to get the big picture trend, and you're not going to have to spend tons of time or tax your brain like crazy to have to learn this platform in detail. So just to recap, your strategy, and again, this does not have to be hard, it can be simple. It is going to consist of 6 things. 1 is your website or your home base where people can go to learn about you. Number 2 is your social media. What social media sites are you going to be present on? Number 3 is your content. So the content that you create and you put out into the world to show who you are, what you do, how you can help, all those things, and let people get to know you too, is going to be vitally important in one of your best marketing programs. The number 4 is going to be ads. And I am partial to Facebook ads for a few reasons. 1 is the low cost. 2 is they have the most incredible targeting. And 3, they have incredible AI, that machine learning that allows you to, allows them to direct your ad and get it in front of the right person. The artificial intelligence is smarter than we are. And number 5 is email marketing. And again, we're talking about a free platform. Maybe you send something out once a week, and you can structure it so that it's a simple, fill in the blanks kind of thing. Obviously, you'll tailor the language a little, but it's kind of simple information that you're going to coordinate along with your content. So make that pretty easy. And the 6th thing is your analytics, whether it be on your social media platforms or on Google Analytics. Both of those are going to give you information about how your content's performing, who's looking at it, who's buying, all of those different things, so that you can make better decisions and tweak your marketing as you go along. So I want you to remember, we are not making this hard. It can be really hard, but we're not doing that. And I want you to remember that not only are we keeping it simple, but we're keeping it super cost effective. So we want to keep it at $5 a day for that marketing budget. And we don't want to keep it, we don't want more than that. Now, that being said, it takes you a little bit longer to set up and just a little teeny bit of an investment to get started. So in the beginning, the best thing you can do is have everything set up properly from the beginning and then get started. And it's amazing when you have your system before you start, how much easier this is all going to be for you and how much more you're going to see a positive effect from it. So if you have any questions at all, please just let me know. I'd be happy to answer them for you. And if you haven't already done so, please subscribe to the show, because I'm going to constantly be sharing information that's going to help you to market and to grow your small business and reach those ideal clients and customers so you can increase your revenue. And we're going to do it in 30 minutes a day and for $5 a day. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode.